In 1 Samuel chapter 17, we meet Goliath, the ultimate warrior. Tall, heavily armed, intimidating. His description intentionally excessive, representing impossible odds. Even Israel's army, including King Saul, were paralyzed by fear. Now, here's the thing. Goliath may be 3,000 years removed from us, but giants still show up today. Whether physical, societal, mental, whether the battle is internal or external, we all have giants that taunt us. And yes, I know Goliath is a real person and anxiety is not, but that doesn't make it any less real when anxiety has you paralyzed on the couch. Giants can be flesh and blood, or they can be unseen battles of the mind and the heart. Either way, they feel just as overwhelming. And the question is, how do you face your modern giants? So let's talk about it. The story tells us that Goliath was a big man, like Andre the Giant big. He was a trained fighter since he was a boy. But he wasn't just a man, he was an echo of fear, a symbol of impossible odds. His roar in the valley sounds a lot like the giants we face today. Anxiety that steals your peace, or debt that drains joy, comparison that eats away at worth. And if professionals, Saul and the trained soldiers, froze in fear, what do you think an ordinary person would do in the same situation? Most of us would do exactly what Israel did: freeze in place, retreat in the shadows, hoping the giants would go away. And into that space, David arrived. Not as a soldier, but as a shepherd delivering food to his brothers. Everyone labeled him a boy, not to celebrate his youth, but to dismiss him. His father overlooked him. His brothers mocked him. Saul doubted him. Calling him a boy was society's way of saying, you still don't belong at the table where the grown folks sit. And maybe you felt that, dismissed because of your age, your background, your credentials, or simply because you didn't fit the mold. Giants love to convince you you're too small or too old or just too ordinary. But here's the truth. David wasn't really ordinary. He had already been anointed king. Outwardly, he was a shepherd, but inwardly, David was God's chosen. He wasn't waiting to become great. He was waiting for the greatness God had already spoken over him to manifest. The world may label you unqualified. Your internal monologue may call you less than, but God has already called you his chosen, his beloved. And when you know your identity in him, you can stand in the face of giants with a whole new perspective. We all hear taunts. Goliath sneered at David, "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" Giants today may not wear armor, but they still roar. Addiction, injustice, fear, broken systems, toxic voices online. David heard the very same taunts everyone else in the army heard, but he interpreted them differently. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? The question is, will we reframe the fight as ours alone? Or will we face it as God's battle? Goliath came fully armed, sword, spear, javelin, And David answers, "You come at me with sword, spear, and javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts." That declaration is just as real today as it was back then. You come at me with anxiety, but I come in the name of the Lord of hosts. You come at me with division and depression, but I come in the name of the Lord of hosts. You come at me with tweets and snaps and texts and toxic voices, but I come in the name of the Lord of hosts. You see, the battle is not ours. The victory is not our pride. The battle is God's, and the victory is for his glory. So what's your giant? What's the voice taunting you in the valley? Like David, you may feel dismissed and underestimated or unqualified, but your identity is not what others call you. It's in what God has already spoken over you. Frame the battle God's way. Make your declaration, because the same God who gave David victory is still slaying giants today.